What's up, guys? We just finished recording a wonderful episode about networking.
It wasn't that good.
There's Megan. She's rocking the actual Boom Real Estate photo logo. This is not that. Yep. Tune in. It's awesome. Don't listen to what I just said.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Are you recording them both? All right, let's get my quad.
Okay.
Quad me up. How do you do this?
This is the Boom Real Estate Podcast. The
get
podcast that
closer.
shows you how to build an amazing business
Gotta get on
so
it.
you can build an amazing life.
Get in it. Who's gotta get beat?
The Boom Real Estate Podcast
I got good photos.
starts now.
Do your dance, Todd. Do your dance. Do your dance. No, you were doing. Yes, that's the one.
Oh, partner stretching
Yeah,
to start
okay.
the Boom Real Estate Podcast. My hammies feel good.
Oh, man.
My quads don't feel great because Christian mailed it in on the partner quad stretch.
I didn't know what to do. I felt
Yeah,
awkward.
like those PTs and stuff.
Yes.
They get
You gotta
the
get-
athletic trainers, especially the
Yeah.
one where you lay on your back and you put your leg up, and then they like
Yes.
torque it way
Yes.
towards you, which means they have to get their whole body basically
in
on
your,
top of your leg.
personal space. That's right.
I feel like all great PTs and chiropractors are like a buck.
I just saw your shirt.
What?
Nice shirt.
Where's the podcast shirt on?
You can't wear the shirt
You
of the
can't
podcast that you're on. That's like
Do you
going to
wear-
a concert and wearing the same band.
Do you wear a Vikings jersey? Oh, you're not on the team. But if you were on the
Oh.
Vikings team, could you?
Well, I'd
could
have
you
to.
wear
Those
it?
are like
Hold on.
regulated.
Not
You have
during
to
the
wear
game,
the jersey.
not during the game.
I will
But
solve
every
this
time.
puzzle right now. Point of order. You are wearing a Ferris Property Group shirt right now. Game over. Okay, so you can do whatever you want to.
Amazing.
So anyway, yeah, partner stretching. It really does make a big difference when you partner stretch.
Yep.
It
You get
does.
super loose.
Yep.
My quads
You
feel
feel
amazing
better?
right now.
You're
Yeah, I feel
so ready.
fantastic.
Your
Quads look
quads
good.
are ready to podcast.
Thanks. You made it weird, Christian.
It looked great.
Can you
Quads look
sound
so
the
good.
awkward sounder, please?
If I, do we have a
Fair.
oh,
There we go.
Wait a second.
Terry and Christian.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome to the show. We want to hear from you. Info at boomrealestatepodcast.com, and check out the YouTube. You could probably maybe see some stretching on YouTube. I don't know. Depends on what angle we had, but you could have seen that in the intro. But if you're not on our YouTube channel, you are missing things. We
Missing
put
out.
some stuff that's just exclusive up there. We do some nice little quick hitters there, and the full shows are on there as well. So make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube so you don't miss anything. And we have, it's back, guys, 7.5 ways to wow your clients. And guess what the website is? boomninjawow.com. And that's
my
real.
favorite website ever.
I know, that was our best
mean,
domain purchase.
Yeah.
That was our best domain purchase of all time. That's $13 well spent. Boomninjawow.com. Okay,
Cheap.
so we are diving right in. We're talking networking today,
Yes.
which we've talked about a little bit in the past, but today we're going to be talking about how to do it the right way. There is the wrong way.
Yeah.
There is the mediocre way, the indifferent way. And then there's networking done
Yes,
right.
It's back.
That's what I was thinking.
It's
Did
back.
we not literally do a whole episode on networking?
We did.
We
It was
did.
episode 29. It was outside the box networking. How to network outside
it makes
the
me
box.
laugh every time. It's
I know.
Like, yeah, it's like toddler jokes. It's
Yeah.
great.
I wonder, like, in 10 years, will people remember what twerking is? Because this will still be on iTunes and YouTube.
Right.
Trying to
And
think of like
They'll
what
have
the
to
dances
Google it
were.
or YouTube it.
Yeah, you'd remember that in 10 years. Like
Twerking?
You remember the Macarena.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
Running Man.
The
Yeah.
running.
I
There's
mean-
certain dance
There have to be
moves
some-
that just stand
Right.
the test of time.
They transcend culture.
Yes.
No,
And
the
twerking
running-
is
The
one
robot.
of them.
Yeah.
Robot,
Yep.
yeah.
Macarena.
That was-
good.
You
There
did the
was-
wave thing.
Yeah, you did.
That's not the robot.
You're popping and locking. That's not roboting.
Can you guys do the new one, the floss? Can you floss?
Yes, I can
Yeah.
floss.
I
Can-
can floss better to one side.
what's
It's a
the
weird
floss?
thing.
Well, that's-
Really?
I don't know if
One-sided
that's
floss.
Todd,
flossing.
can you
then.
just
It is.
for the
Can you
Handful
do
on
it, Todd?
TV.
For the people that are on TV,
Yeah,
for the
can you
people
floss?
YouTube people.
What's the floss?
I haven't practiced enough. I get started.
I could do it.
All right, let's see, Terry.
Okay.
I'm stretched out, so
All
I
right,
figured-
Terry's gonna floss.
Okay, I'm gonna
Let's
leave
see
the
it.
headphones on.
Oh, good.
Oh wait, okay.
I'm not.
This is the
That's
floss
pretty
dance.
good. That's
Okay,
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
I could do it.
It's good.
Was it okay?
Yeah, I'm so happy I got it on camera.
All right, can you?
Well, I guess
what do
it's
you?
all over the place.
You floss to one side.
Yeah, well, you have to like go out and back, and then it's like easier on the right side. And my left arm just forgets it's supposed to go behind.
Well,
me,
you know
and it's
why?
but it's when you go fast because you're supposed to like.
This is what they
speed
miss
it
if
up.
they're not watching on YouTube.
Yeah, you
Right?
gotta
They're
watch on
missing all
YouTube.
this.
Yeah.
Megan, your problem is you're not properly stretched.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll work
okay.
on my quads.
Yep.
after.
Yeah.
And then I'll
And
practice
Christian
that.
is a great partner to stretch. He's
Okay.
kind of at arm's length. It's a stretcher, I'll say.
It's good.
But
It's okay.
but the end result is what matters, and my quads and hammies feel great.
Great.
Okay, so networking done right.
They look good too.
Da, 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 da.
Todd, get us into networking done
Yeah.
right before Christian does it wrong.
So we've previously talked about how to network outside of the box. Today we're going to network inside the box, all right? So we're not trying to be fancy with this.
Right.
We're not trying to say that you should go do some crazy things and find some crazy groups. We're saying, no, go to the core, be really good inside the core,
Yeah.
and stretch your core. That's an important
Yes,
Stretch.
that's right. That is accurate.
So, but we know that this is a great way. We talked about a sphere a lot, like having a really solid sphere. But one of the things that's part of having a solid sphere is you got to grow your sphere. And one of the best ways you can grow your sphere is to network. So we're going to talk today about getting out there, networking, doing it right, and making sure that you take full advantage of the opportunities that are in front of you. And that is where we started. And that might have been where we ended.
Sorry.
Apparently.
And wrapping it up.
So that's what we got today. Megan,
Hi, Todd.
you want to get us started?
I am ready to twerk floss right now. All right. So the number one place to go to network and do it right is paid events.
Oh, really?
Paid. Paid, Christian.
Paid.
Show
Not free.
me the money.
Not free.
Not free.
Talk about it.
All right, so here is the thought process behind this bad boy are that the paid networking events, so we're talking like your networking groups that you have to pay a membership to or an entrance fee to go to this event. You see them all around, but there are unpaid. You know, you can go to your chamber, even if you're not a member. You can go visit the events. You can go to, we have one called Rainmakers around here. Lots of things you can go to that are not paid. But we're saying dive in, get invested, and go to the paid ones because the people that go to those are like-minded people with the same type of purpose that are committed and they are invested in the event as well. So that's one reason. The other one is non-paid events are attended by people that maybe are a little lackadaisical. They're not invested. They haven't put any. And there are studies that show if you put money on the line, you're going to be more serious about it and more invested. And
Right.
if it's not paid, people are coming around. They're flying. Business cards are flying everywhere, but you're just not going to do anything with it because everybody's doing the same thing. and
It's
you
worth
kinda-
what you paid for it.
It is worth what you paid for it. Perfect. Yep.
That's true.
Or go.
Good stuff. Okay, so paid events, not unpaid events. You're going to get more mileage. Todd.
Yes. Second one is have a goal. So when you go to these things, have a goal. How many people do you want to meet? Who do you want to meet? Be really specific with your goals. So if you know you're
I
going
like
to
that.
a paid event, there's probably going to be some other people there. And especially like as you go to more expensive events, there's going to be some heavier hitters. And so you may have a goal
Yeah.
like, I want to be connected with that person. If you have other people that you're going with, say somebody's invited you, you might want to ask them ahead of time, like, who can, what type of people I guess go to these events, but like specifically who goes to these
Yeah.
events. And then if you know that there's somebody like, wow, I really have always wanted to meet that person, make sure that you go and meet that person. So have a goal when you go to these things. Have a specific goal as you walk in so that your mindset is right. Just like when you work an open house, when you're knocking doors, when you're working expireds, you have a goal, you set your mind, you know exactly what you want to do when you're there. So that's what we're going to do today is you're going to have a goal on who many people you want to meet and how you want to meet them, or how do you want to meet
And other stuff too.
Yep.
You guys
good.
notice how good my quads look today?
Oh, they look
Real
really
nice looking
Thanks,
quads.
guys.
Real nice.
It's so weird. Okay, go to paid events, have a goal. Mego.
Okay,
What
so
else?
then when you're there, Todd's got you all focused on who you want to. Dang it! Now
Yep,
I'm
see?
all
On
who
like-
many- on who many you
on
wanna-
who many you want to see, and what you're going to focus on. And then the other thing you're going to do while you're there is collect as many business cards that you can. Now, this isn't like a flyby. It's you're going to meet people, you're going to ask for their card, you're going to get their card, you're going to have a conversation with them, but. Do collect business cards.
Yep.
You don't necessarily have to be just handing yours out. Everybody can see through the guy who's just there.
Can I interrupt you for a second? This
Yeah.
is my business card. I want to make sure I presented it to you.
You do have nice
There's no
business
need to
cards.
waste
He
this
really
time,
does.
right?
Yes. Just
Yeah.
give me the card.
Okay.
Give me the card. I love it.
By the way, I
isn't
just
this
had
so
a
nice?
thought
This is
about.
such a nice
All right, so
card.
Christian has a business card that's like heavy cardstock paper.
Yeah.
Hold it up to the
It's,
camera there.
it's pretty solid, and it's
Sorry, Tim.
it's very I don't want to say simple. It's straight and to the point. It's a
beautiful.
good business card. But
Can you see
the
it?
one thing that's nice about it because it's slightly different is that it makes people remember it. And I was just thinking, like, when you got
So
your standard
nice.
business card, you like even
Yeah.
I have standard business cards. They're not standard, but they look good.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking about all the people that I've met that have done something different with their business card, and I
Yeah.
always remember those.
Totally
business
remember.
cards.
Stands out.
Good point. Graphics are good too.
There are
You just
times
wanna
when
see
I'm like, let's check in with producer.
Oh,
it. right.
What's his name? Oh, remember those
it's on the
cards?
tip of my tongue.
Oh, it's producer Christian.
Christian.
Yeah,
He has the
guy with
cards.
the card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So be funky on your
card
card. Don't
guy.
be afraid.
Get you a good card.
I didn't mean
Get
to
you
interrupt.
one.
Go
Card
ahead.
guy. No, it's good. Totally worth it. Yeah, so collect other people's cards. Don't just hand your cards out. It's not about you, it's about them. While you're there, collect the cards. And then when you go back to the office or wherever you go, be the first one to follow up from all those business cards.
Right.
You're going to be memorable. You're going to impress people. It's going to be next level if you're the one that follows up first from those cards. And a nice little ninja tip is if you remember something about that person, whether it's they're doing something next week or
Right.
their next goal in their business is to do something, then say, hey, you know what? Your quads were looking really great. I know you were working hard on them. Way to go. Nice to meet
That's
you.
a hot
You
tip.
know?
It's a hot tip.
If ever there was one. That's good.
And probably good to remember the Lisa Mitchell body language. She was talking about breaking into groups. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys remember that, but
Yep.
if people are in a closed circle, it means you shouldn't barge in. But
Just
if people have an
jump in
open angle there, it's
Then
Come
they're
on in.
Invitation
open
to
to
come
it.
over.
Open
I
for
love
business.
her. Friend of the podcast. Also,
good.
my girl crush.
Yeah.
She is wonderful.
We are in a closed circle right now.
We are.
right.
Not open to anybody
one's
coming
invited.
on the podcast.
Except for everybody on YouTube right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
All of them. They're invited.
Do you guys ever smell the business cards?
So you gotta stop with this
There
smelling
is just
thing.
something.
I'm just trying to see if I can get you guys to think I have a smelling thing.
Think what?
I'm gonna-
that you.
I'm gonna bring
like
it
a-
up in every
like a
episode.
I'm
weird
gonna call that
fetish.
successful.
Maybe
Yeah.
though,
Perfect.
We do
maybe
think
we
that.
should be the
Yeah.
first people to scent our business. I'm sure we wouldn't be the first, but like
Yeah,
scent our
scent it?
business
Scratch
card,
and
yeah.
sniff.
You'd remember it. wouldn't
Scratch
you?
and sniff business cards.
You would
Smells like real
totally
estate.
I'm
remember
gonna
it.
Google
Yeah.
it. I guarantee somebody else.
What would that
Oh, that's
smell
out
be?
there.
Like green
Dang
grass?
it.
the smell of
That
real
is
estate.
out there. We will
That's
look forward
awesome.
to your update on that,
will.
Todd. So, yeah. So get your business cards. Did you say everything you felt like saying about that,
did. I
Megan?
feel good
I'm
about
glad.
it.
Okay. So, Todd, what's the update on the scented business cards? We gave you
they're out
9
there.
seconds.
They
Yeah,
are out there.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Oh, good times. Okay, what's the next little tip for
Yes.
doing networking right?
Tip number 3. Oh nope, that's 4. Tip number 4. You want to elicit, not solicit, elicit. But basically, what that means is when you're at these networking
You mean
meetings
E with an E or an I?
with an E,
Illicits is a different word.
illicit's like bad stuff.
You don't want to be.
Yeah, you don't want to be illicit.
You want to elicit.
Well, it depends on what kind of networking group you're going to.
I just want to be clear.
But yes, elicit. You want to elicit. All right. But basically, just when you go to these things, learn the art of asking the right questions and eliciting information from them without worrying too much about yourself. So what happens is, this happens all the time. You go to these networking groups and you talk to somebody and you realize, like, because I'm very focused on, like, I want to ask them questions. I want to find out information about them. That's my focus. And so it's always amazing to me when you get through a whole conversation, you realize, like, they never asked me one question. We never, like, talked about myself, which is fine because that's kind of my goal is I don't want to talk about myself.
I feel the same way.
But at the same time, you're like, how do they not know that they should ask me a
Right.
question? Like, you're at a networking group, so
Yeah.
they should listen to our podcast.
but
But
they're networking done wrong.
networking done wrong. This is
what they
networking
did.
done right.
Different
That's why you're
podcast.
listening.
They
Good job,
are.
people.
Yep.
But make sure you're asking questions, and you want to be good about these things to the point where, like, it's not something where you're thinking about what's the next question I should ask. You need to be interactive. You need to be listening to their
Yes.
answers. You need to make sure that you're in the conversation and not just focused on making sure that you're eliciting the whole time.
That's how I feel like I know the conversation's not going well, is if I'm thinking about what to say next. I feel like I'm in the awkward
Yeah.
conversation zone. But if I'm just reacting and talking
Yeah.
and things are springing to mind, then I feel like I'm having a good conversation.
Yeah.
But that's a little indicator for me if I'm thinking about what I'm going to say next.
Yeah.
That's a bad sign.
Another
good.
Lisa Mitchell is the room looker, where they're looking at you and then they're looking
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awful.
past you to see who
Yes.
just walked in.
Yep.
That's the-
I've been on the business end of that, and
Yeah,
that's
it's
not
no
fun,
good.
man.
It is no good.
I have. It's
I
bad.
love when you're having a conversation with somebody, you can tell that they're not engaged, and then you just start randomly throwing in weird
throw
things
in
to,
random
like,
stuff.
see where they're at. And yeah,
You did that to me a lot.
Have you ever been
I
the?
do.
when I'm not paying attention?
There we go. It's
Yeah.
been a while.
Took a while. We got there.
So if you don't know, by the way, if you're kind of getting new into networking and you're not sure, like, well, how do I hold a conversation? You know, it should be natural, but for some people, it just takes time. You got to learn how to do it. But there's always the Ford. We talk about Ford, which is family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. So that's something like if you're trying to ask, like, what questions should I ask them? It's an easy one to go back to. Is just go back to Ford, talk about their family. What do you do for work? Where do you live? Recreation would be things like, well, what do you guys like to do? Like the easy one that I ask all the time right now when I'm just trying to hold conversations, like, you got any big trips coming up?
Yeah, it's easy in the summer months or around the holidays, things like that.
So
Nice.
It's good.
Yep. So that's it. So make sure that you're out there eliciting conversation and answers from them, and not just giving.
I love it.
Oh, that was
We both love it.
in stereo. We both love it. Okay. By the way, have you ever been like where Christian was talking about the person who's talking with you, but they're looking around the room for someone better? Have you ever been the someone better in the room that somebody else found and came across the room? I don't think I've ever
Like
been
they
the
left
person.
the conversation
like,
for you.
Like they're one of those people who's scanning the room, and they found you and left their current conversation to come talk to you. I've never been on the happy end of that.
but-
I don't think ever. Anyway, that's an ugly side of you. Don't do it, real estate agent listener. Don't do it, or just human person listening.
And
to
also
this.
be the lifeboat for someone if you know someone's in the. She
Yeah,
talked about
that's
lifeboat, how
nice.
that builds a rapport with people. If somebody's in the corner and they're looking around, and you go over there and you rescue
You
them.
can tell they're awkward or they're uncomfortable or awkward.
That's
or
very
they need
nice.
the
Nice.
rescuing.
That's very nice. This has broad application, really, not just realtors. And it's important to remember we have some people that are not realtors that listen to our show,
Yeah.
which I think is
This is a
funny.
life skill.
Well, both of them.
It's funny. There are two or three.
Two or three.
But anyway,
2 or 3.
so okay, so
You know
let's.
I got.
No,
Sorry.
do your
No,
thing, Megan.
I was-
No, I want to have a happy
I was
little
going to talk
derailing.
about a girl code. You know, there's also like bro code.
this is
But
something
there
I don't
is-
understand at
There
all.
is
but
girl code
talk
that's
about
like
it.
if there's a creepy guy, like, and not, I mean, business or out,
Yeah.
and you see that there's a girl that's like trapped by that
Yeah.
guy. It's girl code. You see the awkward looks and the help me out, the look, and you're like, I gotta save them.
Would you save them if they were a stranger? Would you save them?
Well, I guess like if she was with other people, that'd be odd. I'd look at her friends like, come on.
You would.
Girl code. But if it was like
Really?
a networking event and I don't know how guys scan rooms, but like there's like a
You don't
creepy
wanna know how guys
code.
scan
Oh, that's true. Okay. We don't need to go into that.
We're
but-
looking for nice quads, basically. That's
Very nice quads. Definition
You're
muscle.
like, nice. God. We look for creepy people that
Right.
we need to avoid.
avoid. That's.
And
man.
if I was at a networking event and I noticed the creeper and he was, awkwardly around some poor
Right.
girl, I'd go over and say, hey,
Yeah.
or like standing too close,
Crazy
and
eyes.
you like
And if
backed
you
up as
can't
far as you can go.
identify the creepy guy in the room,
It's
Then
you.
you might be the creepy guy.
Oh man! On a regular basis, I'm
That's
reminded
great.
of just how different it is for women
yeah.
to negotiate the world
Yeah.
than
Isn't
it
it
is for
crazy?
guys. Stuff that never occurs to me for a second.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
hoots
just-
to you,
Weird.
Megan, and to
Weird.
all you ladies out there for
Yep.
dealing
We
with all
got
you.
Lisa in here. Her and Megan kind of.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
she's,
They had a little girl thing going on.
I feel like they're both
against
trying
us.
to lifeboat each other the whole time.
we get off this
We're
podcast?
surrounded by these three creepy dudes. Let's help each other out.
I think we can do.
I remember how
That's
Lisa
great.
smelled.
Stop
Oh,
it!
man.
Stop it!
Quads.
Let's move on, Megan. Megan.
I'm totally
Lifeboat this
flustered
episode,
at
please.
this point. All right. Last thing, just don't take the easy road. Do what you need to do. This is actually really hard for me and appropriate that I'm the one
Yeah.
talking about this because it is a struggle for me every time I go to a networking event to break the seal, to get into
Yeah.
that mode because it's not my natural mode
Yep.
to be out there doing it. But once you get in there and you get out of the comfortable place and your phone is a crutch. It's totally true. When nobody's talking to you, you just kind of play on your phone or kind of hide in the shadows. Or another one is hanging with the people that you already know because it's an easy place to be, but you're not doing what you're there to
Right.
do, which is meet new people and network. So kind of think of it like you're turning on the timer, and when you walk in that door, be the person you need to be for that amount of time and go out there and dive all the way in. Don't take the easy way out. Get to know people. Get all up in their grill and get their business card. Do the forward. Do what you need to do. Put your phone away. time. I need a word there. I was gonna say unsolicited, but that's not what it is.
There's
It's
a
like
Red Hot-
unbridled. No.
Yeah, there's a Red Hot
You know
Chili
what I'm
Peppers song where like you could tell they just couldn't come up with a good line, so they just like put a bunch of gibberish in there.
That was
work.
that. Time. And focus in on the people. Do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Don't take the easy road.
Love
Boom.
it. There it is. Okay, networking done right. Go to paid events, not free ones. Have a goal while you're there. Work to collect business cards. Elicit the right questions and information. Don't focus on yourself. And don't take the easy road. Get off your phone and go meet some new people. This is always the number 3 source of business on our team. It looks like Christian. I'm going to try to look at you. Christian. What are you, Christian? Let's talk to each other. Oh, no, turn it around. You got to turn it around the
Yeah,
other
currently on the YouTube page,
What,
you can
Terry?
see
What,
producer
Terry?
Christian's
Oh, yeah.
business
Christian.
card talking to Terry.
So, but this is the number 3 avenue where our team gets business. It's Sphere number 1, Sphere referred number 2, and networking number 3. It's an easy way to grow your business, to grow your sphere, which will lead to long-term business success for you. Get out there, get it done. Email us, info@boomrealestatepodcast.com. Visit our YouTube page as well so you can see what in the world is going on here in the room and 7.5 ways to wow your clients. BoomNinjaWow.com.
Boom.
BoomNinjaWow.com.
Wow.
Woo!
Yeah.